Hello viewers, welcome back to another episode of MMD tutorial or PMX. So this video is gonna be about adjusting clothes but on a bigger scale, like if it was in a group. It should be more simpler in this way. The previous video it was more for detailing. This one's just for making like a quick fix. Alright, let's continue. Once you are over here, like I mentioned previously, make sure you have this highlight selected. Because it's gonna affect a lot of it. However, make sure you have everything in order, every single texture, so that it will become much more simpler. Either way, just head over here to refine masking, and like I said in the previous video, deselect all. That way, one by one, you can actually find it more easier to get the clothes. And this is why I say to remember where it is, because it's gonna take you a little bit longer. Okay, so I'll start with this one. The pins are a little bit adjusted above the hips. It looks kind of weird, Yeah, at least without making any adjustments. So now, this is actually necessary to be rotating it, because if you adjust it from one side it looks great, but when you go to the other side there's a problem. So this technique will actually be helping you a lot, and for my case I'll just select this. We'll try to know the reference of where the body is. So just use the green arrow just to lower it down. This is something to notice. As it lowers down, it actually kind of blends in with the clothing. That's because it's, in a sense, too short for the actual body. No, it's actually on the inside. And to fix this, we just have to find these 3 little blocks along the arrows. They do the same thing, but at group scale. Once you press one of them, fix it on the inner side that you see that it needs some adjustments. In my case, it has to be from wideness to a little bit of height. And see, just because it's fixed from below doesn't mean that from above it's actually fixed at the same rhythm. It doesn't happen. So if that actually happens, you just repeat the same process. The only thing is that you need to take it from here and make sure that it selects more of it. See what's going on here. And that's part of the problem, see? You got 90% of it, but this small, it never did. will cause some problems. For some reason, it's starting to give me some. Let's see. See what I mean? It's already giving me problems. Either way, you really need to realign with this. Because if you haven't actually noticed all of this green dots, and some of the clothes actually come like that in a circular pattern. Meaning that if you actually find them all, you can actually just get it into the actual motion. Don't forget to submit. This time it's giving me some little work. No worries. Now it has them all. As you can actually see what's going on. So then go back to the actual body. So you can actually see how much is involved. Just click this pen. You have to do this on every single side. Just be sure to, you actually see what's going on. You keep repeating this process over and over again until you have the actual clothing completed and you actually fix to your desires. As if it isn't, it's just a big mess and a lot of trouble. Something that is actually pretty common. Very common within this type of software. Speaking of which, there's something further. Here we go. Looks like me just to remember to align and move it slightly towards your desired area. Because once you have it in groups, it becomes far more easier. And you actually see the difference. Here we go. I still need a little bit of adjustments. Shouldn't be that hard. In my case, it's actually in the head. It usually depends on the type of model you have, and it actually becomes a problem. Especially if it's like a non-human type, and it becomes trickier to make everything fit. Because it's not something kind of normal to say something. But usually you will have some type of trouble along the hip area for some reason. Especially if the most like wide on the hips or in the legs. That's gonna be a problem. No doubt about it. So anywho, in this case it's just keep rechecking and adjusting. Sometimes it becomes simple, other times not so simple. It really depends on your model. And if you get it right, then good for you. If not, good luck. But you're definitely gonna need it. You just have to know the way around the software. Or here's a little trick. You can actually expand in front and on the side, and that way you'll fix it even better. But you must be a little bit careful, because sometimes this could be a backfire. Here, since mostly fine. Let me see if I can just, there we go. We can miss a little spot over here. Yep, right here. And there we go. Alright, so now the model should be adjusted. Hey, okay. Now if we check out, everything should be in place. That would be yes. Alright, so in the case of mine, I'm basically done with this model. So I can just fit however I would like. I think I'm okay with this. So anyway, that should be all from this video. If you like it, you can hit like, you can subscribe, you can even share this video, because there's a lot of people that sometimes they get stuck in this type of model designs, and there isn't that much visual info for this. So I'll be seeing you in the next tutorial.